Oh, wait, can you hear me now? You guys are going to laugh if I no, I'm not going to tell you because then you're going to laugh at me. Can you hear me now? You should be able to hear me now. Okay. I muted myself. I'm sorry. Probably when I was trying to uh get you set up on the little stand. Okay, good. My bad. I muted myself. Okay, so this is a vase that I base coated. We are working on, so this is our March monthly challenge, and it is find something that you were going to throw away. So it's an upcycling challenge. This was an old vase that I had. It's not very practical for a bouquet of flowers, and it's just kind of been sitting underneath my sink. So I decided to use a sponge and to make this like even more textured looking, kind of like that lime wash that we've done before in the past. So this is what I came up with, and we're gonna paint like a desert theme. And the point of these monthly challenges is to kind of inspire you. Maybe there's something around the house that you didn't know what to do with, and then taking elements from today and then incorporating it somehow into your art. That's what these are for. What's up, Debbie? Hi, everybody. And then because you didn't hear me, hi, Leslie. Hi, Audrey. Hi, Gabrielle. Hi, Tina. So that's what this is meant for. All right, so let's get started. How do I want to do this? I messed up a little bit here. Some of my paint seeped through. I'm going to do dots first, and we're going to do desert turquoise. And I'm doing deserty colors. Again, this class is meant, these monthly challenges are meant for you to pull stuff from the class and maybe incorporate it into something else that you want. All right, let me see. How am I going to get this? Got it on my sponge right now, but it's still rolling. Perfect. All right, I'm going to start with desert turquoise. These are the colors that I pulled. Southwestern theme. This is for the house, so these are the colors of my house right now, and that's what I'm going with. So this is desert turquoise, and I'm going to start by doing a band of dots around. Let me turn this down to... Hold on, Jess, I see you. Oh, let me turn my voice. I said that. Thinking about painting an old, ugly fan blade with... Oh, that is going to be interesting to see how you paint that, because that is an odd shape. Yeah, we're going to do brushwork on here. We're going to do dots. I think I want to do some sort of like desert theme in here, but I don't know. It's going to be pretty intense. All right, let me start with, and the tools I'm using are Happy Dotting Company, and these will make it easier for you to follow. Leslie, you're from Facebook, right? Were you the one messaging me on Facebook? You were able to figure it out. Now, once you get into Patreon, I don't know if you're familiar. Oh, okay, cool. Thank you for joining. Once you get a hang of Patreon, it gets easier. Even for myself when I first started using it. So this is going to be interesting because it is textured, but we've painted on worse. Ooh, what colors did you pull? So do you want to know the colors? Or I guess I'll just tell you in case you want to save these for later. So I've got desert turquoise. I don't think I want light buttermilk. I've got light buttermilk pulled just in case I decide I want some sort of contrast in color. But desert turquoise, deep midnight blue. I've got thicket, aloe, red spice, deep burgundy, and fawn are the colors here. Hi, Rebecca. I use it that often. Rebecca, don't look at my tools. You were making fun of me the other night. You didn't respond, but that's okay. Don't look at them. Just don't look. This is an extra deep midnight blue. Natural buff, and then fawn. So these are the colors that I'm using right now. But the fawn, deep burgundy, and light buttermilk are what's on the base. I know that comment wasn't directed towards me, but it was just funny. I like hopped on and then I hear Rebecca talking about how nasty people's tools are, and I'm like, oh no, she's talking about people like me. So this is a 5mm, and I'm gonna do the border first. I'm gonna do a border, and my idea is to do like a scallop design on top of it. So I'm gonna have to paint that. How's everybody feeling in the house? Is everyone feeling better? Bro, yesterday we were out for 6 hours. My Saturdays are the weekends are just gonna fly by now. Love you back. What's up, Debbie? Did you have a nice visit? Was that Friday or Saturday? Friday night? Now I'm just like, my Saturdays are just here and gone. I might have to work it in sections with this. I wonder if I should do the bottom two. I'm gonna go ahead and do the bottom two. So she was invited to come back on Monday. I think she was very shy, so she wasn't playing the ball aggressively, like calling for it. She was very quiet. So the coach invited her to come back tomorrow. So Leah knows what she needs to do now. So she showed some really good skill. So that's good that the coach invited her back. So that's a good sign. Oh, another headache? Oh, Audrey. Yeah. Headaches are tough. I hate that. I hate having to deal with that and then still having to do things. Yeah, it was freezing. It was crazy how much the once the sun started to go down, and then the wind picked up. Oh my goodness. I'm glad it's starting to warm up though. It got cold. Oh, I didn't realize that's why you went. Sounds painful. I'm just gonna cover that up. Looks like my painter's tape took off a little paint, but I'm just gonna cover it up. At least she's got you to hang out with her. Yeah, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go back and forth so that I can just get it done. Be holding this a lot. Yeah, I was gonna ask too, is this one of your grandkids' moms? Not sure how many kids you have, Debbie. Okay, so what color? So what are your thoughts on your birdhouse? Do you have an idea? So for mine, I'm going to be doing flowers in the center. Are you base coating your birdhouse? Is it already base coated? Is it wood? Is it acrylic? Oh, thank you, Jess. So I don't know if you've been able to catch up, Audrey, and this is for anybody else that's new. There are different chats for each weekly class or live that we have. Um, and that's where we share like what we're working on. Did I post this in the chat this month? I can't remember if I did or not. I'll have to look back. But you know, that's where we start to kind of brainstorm on what we're working on. We show off, um, you know, just kind of bounce ideas off. That's the purpose of that little chat. Oh, I did not. My bad. She's like, no. Aw. It would be so fun to get Brooklyn. I feel like Brooklyn and Mia would have such a good time together. They'd get in trouble. They'd cut up. They'd probably cut up too much. You know that sound, I don't know if you've heard it. It is 2 o'clock in the effing morning. I feel like that'd be the girls. All right, let's see. What? I can't remember what colors are lighter teal and ooh. Lighter teal and orangey yellow with a black roof. Kind of sounds like an Oriole almost, like bird. Aren't Orioles that color? I love Orioles. For a birdhouse, I feel like flowers. How what's your comfortability with brushwork? Because I'm gonna be doing some flowers with our rigger brushes on here. And I'm gonna do like those deserty flowers on the desert blooms. I just posted it on TikTok. I'm gonna be doing some flowers like that, and they're pretty easy. I think about colors: teal, yellow, and black. That's interesting. Black roof. Oh, that's broken. I know. I know. Oh. No, I love that sound. Whenever I hear that sound, and usually it's about, you know, sisters, and then when you forget you have a husband, and the husband walks in, and that's me and my sister cutting up till 2 o'clock in the morning, and Brian walking in being like, "It is 2 o'clock." So we always send that back and forth to each other. Oh, heck yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah, my mom was scared, or parents, period, or if you're over at a friend's house, right? Their parents were even scarier. Oh man. Yeah, so I'm gonna do. Can you send me a picture, Audrey? Can you post a picture in that chat and then I'll look at it and see if I can help. On so the reason why I'm doing a border first, and I like to do borders like this first, is because then I can build off of them. So with like a birdhouse, how I would start it would be the bottom of it to build up so that I can do more mandala art off of it. And once I get around, I'll show you what I'm talking about. So I would start with the bottom of the birdhouse or either the top of the roof, like the do I have something? I'll use this and then I can cover it up. Okay, don't make fun of my drawing. So if this, I already started smearing it, smudging it on my, let me put this down for a second. So I'm assuming it's a traditional looking birdhouse. It probably has a little porch on it too. I wish we had trees so I could. I have an acrylic one off the window, but none of the birds are finding it. I think I need a bird bath, but I don't know. My dog's a bird dog too, so he's probably scared them all away. Okay, Debbie. Yeah, I'll catch you next time. Enjoy the rest of your time in California. Ooh, see, I would do something like this. I'm already seeing like a, so I'm on the scalp design now around here. And what you can use, Audrey, is depending on probably a smaller circle like this and tracing around, I would probably do something like this. It probably has like a little perch here. So what I mean by starting at the bottom, I would do banded dots first around, and then like this is what I wanted to show, like the bottom of the roof here. And I like to start with bands like this because then I can do my petal work. You know, maybe you probably have to skip every other. And then I would do, you know, your dot, you know, walking the dots around. Then you can probably, depending on how much space you have. So it really depends on how much space you want in between each of these petals. You could do, you know, brushwork like this to bring it up, maybe this way. And those desert floral designs, you can add depending on how much space you have. And that's with the rigger brush. And that's what I'm going to put into mine. And I'll show you which flower I'm talking about. It looks like tumbleweed, but it has a window like that. A door and a window and porch. Okay. Door, window. And maybe just around the windows, same thing, you know, just dots around. And I think once you border everything out with dots, leave it alone, and then that's when you can kind of start seeing how you want to. That's what I do. I'll jump from different, if I'm working on something like this, I'll jump from different parts of whatever I'm painting. I'll start a little bit here, and then I'll still think about it, having in the back of my mind on what I want to do, and then it'll eventually hit me when I get around. Oh, there you go. Oh, yeah, a little butterfly or a dragonfly. Remember the dragonflies? Yeah, butterflies, dragonflies. How did I do my dragonfly? Let me see. I think I did dots, and then I used my rigger brush. Hold on. All right, let's do this real quick. I haven't done a dragonfly in a long time. I don't even know what the right side is for this. Okay, so this is when I was... Oh, here. This is when I was practicing a little bit, Audrey. But different colors. This was way back when. This thing is a mess. That's when I was practicing our flowers last year. Okay. But, dragonfly. I don't think I've done a... I think they're gonna be kind of similar. Let's see. 0. But I'll give this time to dry too. So I'm gonna do... Let's just do this color. So this I just used a 4, and it's all gonna depend on... No, I like those ideas though. How big or small you want your little dragonfly butterflies to be. I'm just gonna go big, I guess. Straight in a line, obviously. Is this a 0? No, I don't need a 0. I need a 2, 0. Dragonflies have 2. I did this on a jar. Renew actually has that jar. Yeah, see, dragonfly. Basic little... There was a dragonfly. Easy peasy. Butterfly. Butterfly, butterfly, butterfly. Let's make this one a little bit different. Butterflies have the... Okay, don't make fun of my drawing. I just need something to do the same thing. So this is a 5. Maybe this one we just do a swoosh down versus dots down to make it a little bit different. A little bit better. How would I do a butterfly? Maybe start it here. And maybe do these on the roof. Like one on each side. You can do different colors. I'm just using the one, you know. And definitely I would sketch it out better. Oopsie. Let's start here. I'm on paper, so it's a little bit different. Yeah, something like this. Yeah, this would be fun. Yeah, definitely make sure your butterfly is proportional to its wings. And you can do obviously more than one color. You can brush stroke on top, and maybe you don't want to do brush strokes. You could do this with your dotting tools too. Something like this. Obviously mine's just all flow. But yeah, something like that. Okay. Yeah, I need to draw the wings better, but you get the idea. All right, back to mine. Yeah, you could do like monarch butterfly colors, Audrey, for your black, orange, yellow, white, for your pattern. For your colors, black, orange, right? Like scarlet. Maybe like a, what's another one? Scarlet, like a canyon orange. Where am I at? Yeah, scarlet, canyon orange. Maybe even a yellow, like a saffron. Those would be pretty colors. Pulling colors from the monarch. Let me zoom out again. I was using a 5. I said that confidently, didn't I? That gave my dots time to dry, so cool. Oh, I'm excited to see your birdhouse now, especially if you do the monarch colors. Going back to your comment, Gabrielle, about 6 hours. They you know, it was the first, it was kind of like opening day. So Declan was on the field for like was playing for like 2.5 hours, and with kids, that's just a long time, especially like to keep them motivated and focused. And he wasn't his, best day, but new kids, um I think he was just very well, he said he was nervous. So he cried a lot, and um but it just told us that it's going to be good for him, because he needs to learn how to, there are a lot of people, there are hundreds of people, and you have to play. And I didn't get to watch the game part of it, because I needed to take Brooklyn to baseball, to another field. um but Brian was like, whenever his team would score, he would cry, because he wasn't able, it wasn't him that scored. So, it's a lot of, he's got to share. So it'll be good for him. And he'll get used to the new people, new kids, and the kids are really nice. Brian said that they would try to high five him whenever they scored, and he was like, no. So we just got to get him used to working as a team. So, but Brooklyn was God, she's a natural when it comes to she's playing baseball right now, because we took too long to get her registered for softball. But she's just, her hand-eye coordination is crazy. I don't have that, especially for a small ball like that. But she's just got to learn the gameplay and what her job is, and what, depending on what position she plays. It was fun. Just a long day. All right, coming around. All right, I'm gonna work on the top. Are you base coating yours, Jess? Yeah, I'm going to have to fix this here. Either fix it or find a way to cover this up so I don't have to fix it. I haven't decided yet. I like to cover up my stuff, so my mistakes. All right, let's see. I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to leave it alone. Just leave it alone. Okay, I'm going to leave that alone. It's touching a little bit. Nope, leave it alone. Leave it alone. Yeah. Yep, she was the only girl. I know the boys. The boys' faces were like, eh? She was the only girl. But she kept up. She's very competitive, and she's very good at taking directions, so it didn't bother her at all. Just waiting until inspiration hits. Okay, this bottom part's better. Maybe I do need to fix the top. Fine, I will fix it. I'm gonna fix it because I cannot deal. I can't deal. Where are we at? Right here. I think when I went back, I did that middle first. I think that's what messed me up. Man, a fan blade. Are you just gonna mount it? Like, how do you plan on showing it off? Curious. I'm intrigued. What's your plan? So this is a silicone tool. It is very handy. Oh, I gotta be careful. I think I should have for this, I think I should have gessoed the base or the base first before I painted, because this stuff, because it's textured, it comes off if I rub too hard. So let's see here. I'm gonna cover up a little bit, and I'm gonna use my fawn. I used fawn and light buttermilk. I think so. Like, oh yeah, heck yeah, that's cool. So just like my little sponge, and I don't need a lot of this light buttermilk. I need more. I'm gonna use my Q-tip, like my little sponge. I'm gonna dab it to cover up some of this to just make it a little bit easier on myself. So if you do a textured piece like this, using a Q-tip for these hard to reach places is super helpful, especially if you make a mistake. Oops, but not that low. Okay, I'm gonna give that a second to dry. I'm gonna try to pull some of this off. I'm gonna cover it up anyway, but just need to make sure. There we go. See, good as new. Just need to blend it. All right, next move. While that dries, I think I want to count my dots. So let me just do this real quick. Let's get this over with. Oh, I still don't have a lot of room. All right, let me do this one more time. I know what I need to do. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch to my 4mm real quick, even though I was using a 5, because I think that'll do it. All right, let me do this again. And go over this. Clean this up a little bit. Yeah, if you're working on a textured piece like this, I would gesso it. That's all I'm gonna get covered up anyway. Okay. Blend, blend, blend. Okay. So I'm gonna switch to my 4. Dang, I still messed it up. Hold on. I'm having a hard time because I have to hold this. Please hold. Sorry, you guys, 1 second. Have to get this right. This is just water. And a baby wipe. I'm going to try to pull off more of this desert turquoise. I was say, do I not have any more Q-tips? I do. Music turned off. All right, last time that I'm going to do this, and then we'll just have to deal with whatever happens. I say we, I mean me. I did make a friend though yesterday. Made myself a little mom friend at baseball. Her son was like, I made a joke. I was like, whose kid keeps trying to hit me with their balls? Because it's kind of a weird setup. They don't actually play on a baseball field, so I wasn't even that close, and they were crushing the ball at my head, so I had to move. And it was the mom next to me. She's like, "Oh, he's mine." It's like, dang. Yes. I was like, "You tell him to try to hit me." Gren, what's up? Oh, just creating messes and the usual over here. So I'm working on, this is our monthly challenge, Gren, where we find something. It's called the Find Something Challenge. I can't remember if you were in last month's monthly challenge, but this month it's about um, finding something that we were going to throw away. So it's like an upcycling challenge. So this was a flower vase, and it used to be just like white, textured, boring. And I base coated it, and now we're just coming up with a little design on top. Trying to, anyway. I'm trying to prevent these dots from touching, but I don't know. Okay, I think I did it. It's a little bit high, but I'm just going to deal with it. Okay, better. I can deal. No, Declan is 6. Brooklyn is 9. 9. And some of these boys, I'm like, holy moly, big, tall, strong. Okay, don't look at it. It's fine. Leave it alone. Let me count dots real quick. So I'm gonna start 1, 2, 3. Says I have 50. So I could skip every 5 if I counted right. And the reason why I'm counting them is because I want them to be evenly spaced for my next part, which is going to be, I'm probably going to either do petal work, or I did talk about doing little like scallops like this, but maybe I'd skip every 5. So I just need to know how many I have so that I can plan what I'm doing next. So that's why I'm counting. Oh, yay! Very cool, Gren. Oh my gosh, I love painting on wine bottles. They're so fun. I've got blue ones. Um, I think they're Moscatos. My sister, she's a bar manager, and she gave me like a buttload of them. And they were really pretty blue. What's up, Asia? Oh, thanks for coming in and say hi, Aaron's. Okay, so one, two. Do you base coat your wine bottles? I haven't done that before yet. I kind of would want to try, but this is kind of like my practice if I do end up wanting to base coat a bottle. But like I said, those blue ones that I have are so pretty, but like if you've got like the green and brown ones and you want to zhuzh it up a little bit, I've considered base coating it before. But I think for that, I would use a multi-surface paint or an enamel paint for the base so it doesn't come up. I just lost count. Freak. Oh my god. All right. Nine, 29, 29, 29. Oh, 50. No way. I got 50 on top, 50 on the bottom. I don't trust it, but I'm just going to have to go with it. Okay. So every 5. Every 5. Every 5. I'm thinking. I think I want to do another set. Let's do natural buff. So natural buff on top. We're going to do another band. And I'm going to do like a deserty theme. I'm going to do some like flowers in the middle too. I know Audrey's here. So we're just going to border this out. We're going to close it in. And so I know I got 50. Maybe after this is where I do the scallop. I think I want it just a little bit higher. So it's just to help smooth out the surface when we're painting on something like this. That's why I said I should have gessoed this, because acrylic paint, it comes up pretty easily and it needs something to adhere to. And I'll show you what brand I use. I use Liquitex, but this would have been a good one. And it helps smooth it out too. It just makes it a little bit easier to paint on. Where is it? This one. And they've got white gesso, but I just use clear gesso depending on what surface I paint on. I don't have to worry about the color, so I just use the clear gesso, the Liquitex. And I think they've got it in the Deco Art and Folk Art. My store didn't have them because Liquitex can kind of get expensive, but they've got I think Deco Art and Folk Art have it as well, but it's not as expensive as Liquitex. You can get it a little bit cheaper. And you can find them at your craft store, like Michael's, Hobby Lobby. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, if you got any questions, yeah, just put them in the comments. I'm happy to answer them. Hey, but it's getting out of the house, so that's good. Yeah, but yeah, let's take them to Sam's Club on a Sunday afternoon. Oh. Do you have your son in sports, Asia? Yep. Declan was having a time yesterday, but it was expected. Brian wasn't expecting it, though. He was like, yo, and I was like, I told you. I was like, you just gotta reassure him because it is overwhelming. I had told you. And I think what I'm going to do is underneath, I'll put, or maybe I alternate. I might actually alternate. I might actually put this natural buff, like micro dots, underneath to help close it off, and then desert turquoise on top. So we'll just, ah, yeah, that was him yesterday. He didn't want to participate. He didn't want to share, you know, the ball. He just didn't understand the game. But you know, I think it'll get easier because it's new, right? So and I guess karate is a little bit different because you can't participate or coach or volunteer. I'm sure if you asked, hey, can I be on the mat with him, you know, until he gets comfortable. That's why I had Brian coach. I was like, you're gonna need a coach. He's like, why? I was like, trust me. And he was like, yikes. And I was like, I told you. But I think he'll get it. Like there were glimpses of him, like when they were passing the ball and stuff, like warming up and doing their drills. Um, at first he was like, he's not passing the ball to me, and the kid couldn't, you know, he wasn't passing very well. But you know, they're 5 and 6 years old, so so he was getting frustrated about that. We're like, yo, you need to chill. So, but he got that eventually. But then the game play was he didn't want to participate, so he was on the ground most of the time. Brian said, but I think it'll be good for him. It's stressful. Don't get me wrong. It's stressful, but we just can't match his energy. Well, I'm excited to start painting in here. I wanted to do this outside first and see and keep thinking and seeing what I want to do here. Oops. That's where it was a little tight. Dang. I was trying to pay attention to that spot and I forgot. Tried some more explores ones. Yeah. Yeah, it's stressful. It was not easy. Especially when I had to go take Brooklyn and I couldn't help. You know, I try to stay out of it. Try to stay out of view, but you know, every now and then he came over and just needed like reassurance. But then when I left, Brian was like, he was like looking for you, and I was like, no, I mean, I don't know. I'd take Brooklyn to her baseball, so I'm gonna do the same technique again. I'm just using my Q-tip here. Sorry, I'm gonna skip over that for now. Or just get actually, I'll just give it a second. Oh, they've phased out the deco art from Hobby Lobby now. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna shop online now that they've got the rewards program. A lot of the colors that I need, they aren't in store anyway, and for me to go on a wild goose chase, I think I'm just gonna shop online now. And Leslie, are you when you say you're new, are you new to this art entirely? Have you painted before? Like, what is your skill level? Because I do have, if you are a beginner, I do have a collection on in my Patreon. I don't know if you've had an opportunity to kind of mess around and look, but there's a specific beginner collection that might be helpful for you. What's up, Terry? Hi. Good morning. They're in the works of. Oh, okay. Maybe they're trying to come up with like a deal, you know, like Deco Art's like, yo, maybe enough people uh emailed and was like, hey, Deco Art, you gotta do something. Even my Michaels though, their selection of decor is just not very good. Oh, right. Right, right, right. Which would be smart on, their part to do something like that. I didn't even think about that. It would be smart on their part, but not good for us. Yeah, we need the individual colors. Right. Yes, I did. I have noticed that they're trying to push that, but I don't think that would be good for deco art to go entirely bundles, especially like, yeah, how would you, ugh, I didn't think about that, Terry. That would not be good. I think for this one I want to use champagne gold. I always like to add a metallic in. Champagne gold's like my go-to. It's not as bright. It's not as yellow. It's my favorite metallic. Alright, I'm gonna do the bottom now. Give that time to dry on top, and then we can start drawing that little pattern. Oh, I like these colors. Very Southwestern. That's kind of what I was going for. I don't have a lot of turquoise in the house, but I think it's still a nice pop of color. I still have greens and blues, so it still works. So I said every 5. Definitely want to paint some cacti in here too. I don't know if I want to go all dots. I want to try to use my demi rigger brushes for a cacti. I did those small ones on that pot we finished up with last week. But I want to do something just a little different. Oops, wrong color. Yeah, let this sit too long. That's why it looks like this. It's another reason why gesso works too. Like whatever surface you're working on, the paint doesn't get soaked into the surface. That's why I did this. But, I'm impatient, so I just dove right into it versus prepping my surface. So prepping your surface is very important. Do as I say, not as I do moment. Oh, my hand getting tired. It's heavy. Audrey, did you decide on what colors you're gonna do? You're gonna use? To give my hand a rest for a second. And I'm going to pull some bliss too. I think I want to use that frozen succulent. I'm waiting on Chuckwalla and Cactus Rose to come too. So I don't really need those colors for this. Do you have saffron? You can add a little bit of burnt orange if you feel like cadmium yellow is too bright. You can add some of that burnt orange into it. Unless you like it together, obviously, then you just leave it. Yeah. I think while this is drying, I'll work in the middle a little bit because I need to be able to draw those little scallop designs. I also need to figure out how I'm going to keep it even. That's going to be important. I know that if I do 5 apart, that would be safe. Oh, I love it. Yes. Very whimsical. Yes, yes, yes. And that's so you too. Oh, I'm liking this so far. So we've framed it out. I always like to, that was the word I was looking for, not border it out. Frame it out. That's what I was looking for. I always like to frame out what I'm doing first so that I can, it gives me time to think about what I'm going to do, you know, in the middle or whatever I'm working on. And that was what I was trying to say when I was doing my little drawing. Let me grab my, I'm going to give this a second to, let me grab my colors. So I'm going to pull Fortune Favors, all these blue greens, frozen succulent. I don't want anything sparkly right now. I don't need it to be sparkly. Maybe Verde? Actually, well, these have a little bit of sparkle. I'm gonna pull Peach Blossom too. I always think Peach Blossom is a good maybe those. When I mean sparkly, I mean glittery. I don't want anything overly glittery right now. So I'm also gonna pull Gaia's Grove and Dew. And I'm gonna grab some water real quick. I don't think I want a red. Okay. I'm just gonna pull these off to the side. All right. Let's see. Let's see. I said I want to use a brush. I'm doing a deserty theme. Where's my, I'll make sure I put my pencil real quick. How are you guys doing? Do you have any questions for me? Comments, concerns? Haven't. Okay, you too, Asia. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you sometime this week. Yeah. All right. So this is a chalk pencil. It comes off very easily with a baby wipe. Oh, let me. Okay, I can hear my voice again. All right. Let me see if I can get this down. Oh. Okay, I'm just sketching. Don't make fun of me. Maybe like a. So brush strokes, right? I think it's going to be one of these situations where I just need to do it. Is that too big though? I think I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to do it. We're just going to do it. Okay. We're just going to do it. I'm just going to do it. We're just going to do it. We'll start with that one first and see. So this is aloe. I'm going to use aloe and thicket. Should I do dark on the bottom or light on the bottom? Dark. This is too blue. I'm going to do aloe. That's my own question. Alright. Why am I nervous? I'm nervous. I'm going to use a 1. Let's start with a 1. Oh, Gabrielle said dark. Leslie said dark. Maybe it's because it's more of a blue. Let me pull a different green. I'm gonna pull... I'm gonna do light avocado. It says it's light, but it's darker. And then I'll use thicket to frame out. So I am gonna go darker. Add light avocado. I wonder if this is too big. I think this is too big. I'll make this a little bit smaller. And chalk pencil comes right off. Dang, that looks just like too tall. All right, I'm just gonna do it. So this is a rigger brush. This is a 1. Let's do the middle first. Can you see? Okay. So what we can do is we can use that lighter color to... And I'm gonna finish my thought to maybe put like the thorns on, you know. All right, how do I want to do this? I'll do in the middle again. Can you see? Let me. Okay, so I'm gonna start in the middle. Bring it. Okay. I'm doing it, Peter. We watched Hook last night. That movie is so nostalgic for me. It's my mom's movie debut. I texted her that last night. I said, the kids are watching your movie debut, and she gave me like the eye roll. She didn't. I don't know how she deals with me. You're doing it, Peter. Oh, let me put my phone on Do Not Disturb. I'm so sorry. So you don't have to listen to it. Here we go. Turn on. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm already obsessed with this, you guys. I say that now. I'm gonna go a little bit lower, and I'm just gonna use the tip of my brush. There we go. Same thing here. This one's just gonna, cacti, they just have different arms coming out of everywhere. So I'm just gonna create a little bit of height for this guy here. Looks like we're just gonna do 3. Oh my god, I'm obsessed. Okay. Now what? Now what? I gotta let that dry. I said I wanted to do some like desert flowers. So this is when I'm gonna use my fawn. I'm gonna do this little, oh, let me grab it real quick. Let me see if I can reach it. Oh, I need some tumbleweed in here too. So I'm gonna do these flowers from the Desert Blooms class. I'm gonna do smaller versions of these. And maybe we add some of this. Maybe not so much as a border, like them put together, but maybe just kind of like all over the place. Okay. Alright, it's starting to... Okay, gosh. Okay, Gabrielle. Me too. I know. I get really excited. I'm glad it's what's in my head is coming to life, because sometimes that doesn't happen. I'll probably add like a little flower on top of here, maybe in like cactus flower, just to kind of brighten it up a little bit. All right. I need something to... I want to add some like just... I'm thinking how I want to do this next, so I have to be careful. How do I want to do this? So I'm going to draw out a flower. Do the points for the north, south, east, west first. And then in between, whoa. Maybe I don't necessarily do that exact kind of flower. Maybe I just use the same colors. Okay, so I'm going to use... Maybe I do want to add some cactus flower now. Let me see. Let me find cactus flower. Let's do these two and see what happens. And if I need to add a little bit of buttermilk, I will. So I'm going to do the petals first, and then I'm going to dot the middle turquoise. So what I'm doing is I'm using the same... Do I want to use this brush? I'm going to go a little bit smaller. I'm going to use a 0 because I don't need it to be as long. My strokes. Go back to comments so I can... This is a, oh, this is a 2-0. Whoops. Let's see what happens. So I've got a little bit of both. I'm going to start this time in the center. Do I want to do my dot first? Actually, let me do my desert turquoise first. This is an 11. Okay. Desert turquoise on top. I'm going to swirl the paint. So I'm definitely going to be top dotting this with something. So I'm going to start here in the center again. Bring it to a point. If a vampire can find their perfect state, anyone can. Find exactly what you're booking for. Booking.com, booking.yeah. Maybe this gives you ideas for flowers, whatever you're working on. Okay. I'll flip this around very carefully. So again, I'm going to do my points. Oh, you know what this looks like? I'm not sure what it's called, to be honest. I'm new to New Mexico, but New Mexico has that, it's on their flag, their state flag, but there's 4 points. That's what that kind of looks like to me. Alright, gotta be careful. So really with this, I'm just trying to fill up the space, and I'll do these bigger designs first, and then we can, like, I don't know, like micro dot? I don't know yet. Oh, that was fast. Where'd you go? And I don't wash my brush off in between, for anybody new that's watching. I used to do it like every other one, but over the years, I figured out that the more loaded up it is, the easier the brush glides. So just keep that in mind. Oh my god. It's so heavy. Yeah, not that it's any of my business, Gabrielle. I don't know why I keep asking you where you went. Alright, now we're going to do in between. After these guys, I just want to look at it first to make sure I'm doing what... Okay, I am doing what I wanted to do. Cool. So, same thing. This time... I'm going to go a little bit higher. I'm going to leave a little bit of space for maybe like a dot there. We'll see. If there's even room for one. If you want me to change the angle, zoom in, just let me know. Figured this would be the best, but you know, just let me know. Maybe you want me to slow down and explain something. Bring that up a little bit. Oh, it's coming out the way I wanted it to. Sometimes it doesn't happen. I'm gonna bring this tail up a little bit more, so I'm just using the tip of my brush. How's that looking? Okay. Flipping around. Let me get the music going again. All right, let me see. How's that looking? Oh yeah. Okay, okay. All right, let me get the music going again. Yes, I'm still watching. And maybe once this dries, I'll add some light buttermilk and do some dots like on top of that. Okay, let's do another little set of cacti. I'm losing places to hold. Maybe this time that's just one little one. Let me get that 0 or that 1. Okay, my rigger brush is a 0. And I want longer brush strokes, so that's why I'm using a longer rigger brush. This one. And I got this little, let me do this real quick. Come down here. There we go. Do some. I'm just using, I'm not pressing down all the way. This is still my 1. I don't need that length, so I'm just using the tip of the brush. I need to do something in here. But see, that'll come to me later. Let me do something real quick. I want to see. Use my regular dotting tool. Like maybe we do like a, you know? Okay. want to do the same thing here. Let's see. I think what I want to do first, maybe my cacti first. I'll do my cacti first, and then we'll do like flowers and stuff in between. I may have gone a little too big with this guy, but I think I can deal with it. I think it's okay. I think it'll be okay. I think it's a little bit too big for what I wanted, but... Oh, okay. Yeah, none of my business. This one I'm gonna do like a saguaro. So I want to definitely put a flower in here. Maybe make it a little bit lower. Let me change this song. This song always gets me. So maybe do something like this here. Now I want to do a saguaro here. I'll probably do like some tumbleweed looking stuff down here, like some rocky looking stuff. But like I said, I like to do other things if I'm not sure until I get to that point. So we're going to work on other things until I know exactly what I want to do. Yeah, I think I went a little too big on that, but that's okay. All right, back. Still with my one. I need long brush strokes. And when I'm getting closer to the bottom, that's when I'll start lifting up my brush to get that nice little tail. So I'm holding the brush down firmly, and right about here is when I'll pick up. Oops, and I usually like to work in the middle first. Like start in the middle. That's okay. I'm trying to do it for the next one. Got his little arms. Now you guys know how to do cacti with your brushes. You've done cacti with dots. Have we done a dot like swooshes? I don't think so. I'm gonna add, I want to add one more here. Okay. Let's do this little flower thing that I wanted to try. Let's do a dot. I need to keep it smaller. I'm going to use natural buff. I go like right here. And the flowers This flower isn't done yet, by the way. I'm gonna add, I already said that I was gonna add natural buff on top and stuff. All right, 2-0. I want to do like a swirly. What colors do I want to use that I haven't? Let's do red spice and natural buff. I think that's what I'm using, right? Yes. Because I haven't added any of this color yet. Yeah, this is fun, Audrey. Yeah, I love these challenges because it really kind of makes me think outside of the box and try things that I've wanted to try that I just haven't had the confidence to do yet. How am I going to keep this symmetrical? Does it matter? We'll find out if it matters or not. It probably will matter. I love it. It probably will matter, and I just keep going. Let me see. Trying to figure out a way to keep myself from putting my hand in the paint. I'm trying to do like the north, south, east, west method with this, but it's getting kind of hard for me to. I don't know if that's gonna work. Find out. Am I grainy for everybody? My screen keeps going grainy. So let me see. What's going on? I am on Wi-Fi. Okay. Oh, that looks better now on mine. Hopefully yours hasn't been doing that. So I'm just picking up the paint, trying to make sure it's not too muddy looking. Like I don't want to blend it. I mean, flowers aren't perfect, right? Usually I would like to use like a stencil just to keep it all perfectly round, but for something like this, I think it's okay. And also, I'm impatient. Just when I get my idea out of my head. Okay, I'm not mad at that. I need to figure out what I'm gonna put. Like, it's not necessarily like a this is the sky and this is, you know, the ground. But okay. Let's do some this down here. I'm gonna pull some aloe. Still keeping my 2-0 brush. We got some grassy bushes down here. Okay. Maybe add another one here. That's what I was kind of trying to do here. slowly but surely I'll start filling in this space. When it comes to mind. Like this might be something I come back to, you know, like stop, like find a stopping point and then come back to it. Okay, what's another flower I can add in here? Let me see what flowers we got going on our other hawthorn. Let me see. Let me see. Oh yeah, I did that. Maybe I do that on here. So I'm looking at my hawthorn that we did for our Mayflower Birth Flowers class. What color? Light buttermilk maybe? Do I have any yellow in here? No, I don't want to do too much. There's so many different colors in here. So I'm just going to keep it light buttermilk. I'll do one more flower and then I'll, since this is pretty good with drying, I'm definitely not going to be able to finish this with you guys. But like all the detail stuff I'll have to come back to because like I said, I'll end up probably having to stop with the inside and come back to it. But the majority of this is, except for this part here too. Alright, let me see. Let's do it like right here. Let's do burgundy. I'm going to do it like I did the hawthorn. So the hawthorn has 3, 6, 7, 8 points. This is going to have to dry. I want to use a dotting tool. Just gonna where's my drag tool? Okay, good. Yeah, mine was like super grainy. And this is deep burgundy. I'm using a size 3mm dotting tool to create these little teardrops for my petals. We did something similar to these for our May Birth Flowers class. Come on. It's textured, so it's kind of getting stuck. Why do you keep playing this song? The Traveling Symphony. It feels like the music is rushing me. Like that particular song. I'm gonna bring this point down. What was Is this dry? This should be pretty dry. Sorry about the ads, but we got to listen to them. We want to have some sort of background noise. Alright, I'm going to go in between, again, with my 3mm, and then I used a 5 for the center. That's why over 225,000 customers love to use Monday.com, because you have the freedom to build it exactly how you picture it. The first work platform you'll love to use. Monday.com. Just trying to visualize a guideline going straight out from the center. Oh, I'm obsessed with this. This is so fun. It's going to get a lot of little details in between. So it's not just going to be empty. I just got to figure out where I want to put it. Like, this is definitely something, you know, you do a little bit at a time, you know, kind of sit on it, come back to it. I don't want to do too much. Like, I want it to be balanced. Okay. So this flower isn't done. This is just the base. I'm going to do, okay. Then I still need to let that dry. Thought about putting birds in here, but, you know, just the cheesy little, the V birds, you know, to make it look like they're going out in the distance. Maybe even like a sun, I don't know. I think that's just a little too big, but that's okay. That's what it is. It's too late now. Maybe do like a half sun or something up here. Do some like rocks somehow. Figure out how to paint rocks on. Okay. Let's do the scallop thing. I'm going to leave that inside alone for a little bit. So I said every 5 because there's 50 dots. Where can I put my hand? Okay. Up here, I guess. So every 5. So if I do, that's like every 4. Need a little bit bigger. Are Tara's bottles a little bit wider at the bottom? I think they are. Let me see. Yeah, they are. Let's see if this will get me to 5. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, but this is going to be hard for me to trace and hold at the same time. I'm not going to be able to trace and hold at the same time, you guys. So the idea, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the 5th. Alright, so I'm going to work in between here for now while I think about how I want to. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do that while this is still wet. Think about that, because I do want to show you how I do it. Ouch. Oh, there's one way. it's still on here. All right, let me get another tool. Fine, I'll use something else. Okay. I need to clean my tools off. Hold on a second. I'm doing this one-handed over here. Okay. So I'm gonna do these dots for now.
Booking.com has stays for absolutely anyone. Imagine you're a musical obsessed couple. You book a dazzling hotel in the Big Apple, 5 stars, with a balcony for your big solo. If Broadway buffs can find their perfect stay, anyone can. Booking.com, booking.yeah.
So this is called micro dotting, and I'm just to kind of finish off the design. I'm gonna put these here. I like to do that for these bands. Oops. After I do this micro dotting, I think we'll stop here and then we'll come back tomorrow at the same time, 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, because I do want to do the scalloping. There's no way I'm going to be able to hold it comfortably, but I want to show you how I do that, but I need this to dry. So I'm going to get off at noon today, and then we'll just pick up at 10 a.m. tomorrow to finish the outside, and then I'm gonna figure out how I want to fill. Like, I definitely want to do like some birds, maybe. Definitely like a sun. I just gotta figure out. Hi, Cara. Happy Sunday. But yeah, that'll give me time to think about what I want to do in here. Maybe kind of map it out before I get on tomorrow, so we can see that. And yeah, that scalp design's gonna have to just wait. How's your weekend been? So reversing. Oh, I love this so much. I think once I finish this, this will be okay. I think. I don't know, that one's kind of bothering me a little bit, but I have to figure it out. Good. I'm glad to hear it. Yeah, today sounds like Brian's already started the laundry. Take Declan out on the bike. Oh no, it's been kind of nice. Yesterday ended up actually really nice. It was a little windy, a little chilly, but then it warmed up and it stopped. The wind stopped, so that was nice. So we haven't been outside today yet, so I might go do that. I have homework I have to do. Blech. Yeah, and I'm gonna clean this up too. I've got some paint splatters, so I'm gonna clean this up too before tomorrow. I'll post a picture of where we're at with this. Yeah, I need to clean up down here more too. We need to figure out what we want to do for our 18-inch class, you guys. And if I have to change the calendar, I will before I go out of town, or we can just wait till I come back. Maybe I throw up a few color palettes ideas, actually. Maybe that's what I do. I'll put a poll up for colors, for color palettes, actually, for an 18-inch round, because we need to do a large mandala class. It's been since December.
So everything and everyone stays on track. That's how work gets handled. That's Asana. Visit us at asana.com.
Maybe we just do a color palette. Okay. Black dark colors. Ooh. Black with dark colors. Like your soul. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. I'll start looking for something moody. You want something moody. Oh, I can't wait to see yours. Yours is gonna be cool. I wish we had a freaking. We don't have any trees. No trees, no birds. I saw a couple wrens. I was like, come here. Come. I was like, I don't care. Just come. I don't, there are no pretty birds out here. That's what I miss about the East Coast, man. Florida, it's all the pretty birds. Yeah, we don't get. Like, I've got my hummingbird feeders out again. Why does this song, like, why are you chasing me? I'm Miguel. Yeah, we have no pretty birds out here. I haven't seen a hummingbird in our yard yet. Well, no, that's not true. But maybe it's just not time for them to come. But Vegas, they were year round, so that's what I'm used to. So I thought because we were in the desert, still they would be here. But they were here in the fall. They were here in the fall. Oh, I love our little brushstroke cacti. Yeah, just like this, I feel like I need to do like a rock. But I just need to figure out how I want to, like what tools I want to use. Maybe I play around with it. Let's see. Let's see if I can make this look better for myself. I just think it needs more detail. I think that's what's kind of killing me right now. Okay, yeah, so then we'll do something that's true. We haven't done anything very moody. Everything's been so bright. The darkest we've done are like the November classes, like the browns and stuff. But yeah, okay. Yeah. I'll start looking at color palettes. And then I'll post them as a poll and I'll double check my calendar because I needed to adjust it anyway. Because remember the 20th, Declan has his field trip that I completely forgot about. So, and that's a Friday. This isn't entirely dry, but I'm gonna do it. Okay. Yep, I just need to make those changes anyway, so I'll double check because we'll be out of town from the 28th, I think I said, through that Wednesday. Oh, like a run. Dude, I want to do one of those so bad. I started following this girl who does like cosplay, like Renaissance cosplay, and I am obsessed. Ah, I don't, I'll have to look out here and see if they have. This will get layered up too, once these dry, this set dries. Okay, I will start looking, so I need to change my schedule and post a poll for the palettes, color palettes. Okay, I'm feeling better about that now. was just Nakey, and then I'll put cactus flower on top. And I think I'll take like the bliss drops and stuff, and maybe do like stars. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, I'll have to share her profile, but she popped up on my feed a few days ago because the new book of Court of Thorns is coming out. And she was doing like, I was like, I'm obsessed. I want to dress up too. Okay. All right, you guys, we're gonna hold off for now. Yeah, I gotta figure out where I want. I think I want to put the sun like right here. Maybe like hanging this way, you know what I mean? Because I want to fill the space as much as possible without it being too cray-cray, but like just enough, you know? That bird's way too big, but just a simple little bird. I don't know. I want to do some sort of rock formation here in this space. Maybe a little rock here behind. But then this space will be empty, so I need to figure something out for that. This space is empty. I need to figure something out. Maybe, I mean, we could do a little bird. I don't know. Something needs to go here, I feel like. Maybe a cloud. I think this is okay in here. I think that's like kind of it. Yeah, something needs to go in here. We'll figure it out. Did you, Tina? I didn't know you liked the Renaissance festivals. Yeah, I think the 28th. Let me pull up my calendar real quick. Or the a calendar. March. Yeah, that Saturday, the 28th through the 1st, I'm gone. But the 20th, I need to take off from painting because I'll be out with Declan. So yeah, I just need to make a couple adjustments to the schedule. And then I'll put that color palette. Yeah, I didn't realize we haven't done a dark one. This is the first year we were required to dress as vendors. Oh, okay. Yeah, oh my god. Dude. She even makes her own accessories out of I think it's filament, but I don't know. I haven't gone down that rabbit hole because I was like, I need other stuff. Well, I think she thrifts a lot of her stuff, Audrey. Oh, never mind. You're responding to Tina. Oh, I bet they probably do. But yeah, she does a lot of thrifting for her stuff, I think. Unless it's somebody else that I'm thinking of. Probably two different people, but. All right, you guys. So I will see you at 10 a.m. tomorrow, Mountain Standard Time. I need this to dry. And we'll just keep adding to our little desert scape. So I hope this helped to inspire you, give you new ideas. That we used our brush for all of these cacti, which is freaking awesome. I wasn't sure how that would turn out, but I'm actually happy with it. I need to figure out a rock formation, how I want to do that. Maybe to break up the brush strokes, so I figure out how to do our dots, you know? Like we've done before in the past with our neon scapes. So it's kind of my idea. The clouds, I gotta figure out if I want to do clouds, that sort of thing, and then clean this up. So, okie dokie. Thanks, Cara. Thank you, Jess. All right, Terry. I hope to see you tomorrow. Yeah, it'll be open again tomorrow on the Tubi, on YouTube. All right, Tina, I will see you later. And anybody else here, Leslie, if you're still here, I hope you enjoyed your first live. And yeah. All right, you guys, I'll see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time so we can finish this off. Bye.